going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 22 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to talk about training, which is a very important currency in MUT 22, and early on in the year, it is very, very expensive. You're going to need this currency to power up your players, to add abilities, add X factors to all of your cards if you choose to. And like I said, in the beginning of the year, very expensive. So good thing we're going to go over here how you can get the cheapest training. But even when I use the word cheapest, it's not necessarily that cheap early on in the year. So let's get on into it. Now, my first recommendation here when it comes to training is don't buy it or don't use it early on in the year. Like if you look at my team here, I'm just going to show I am not powering up anybody. I haven't even added abilities. I might venture into adding abilities, but I would be very, very cautious on who you power up right now because there's just so many cards that are yet to come out. Like we're just only going to get more content from this day forward, right? And you just never know who's going to stick on your team, who you're going to actually want to use. So if you look at my team, 0 people have been powered up. The one exception, if you want to do it, I totally understand, is if you're rocking a theme team or just in general you have a favorite team and you know those players are going to be on your team most of the year. Like for me, when it comes to the Eagles, Jason Kelsey, Brandon Brooks, Lane Johnson always tend to be like the starters on my team for the majority of the year. And Darius Slay, you know, if he gets another good card, right now I got him on the team, Fletcher Cox. So it's okay when it comes to your favorite team or theme teams in general, but if it's a position that is not going to be the same person all year and it's going to be changing, you don't want to waste that training because to power back down a player, you're just literally throwing money out the window. And in my opinion, it's just not worth to do it. It's just not worth it to do it, especially this early in the year. So let's take a look at the cheapest training values. And normally we have a training point spreadsheet that we have been using from year to year. For all of you that have been following my channel for a while, you're probably very familiar with it. I may bring it back, but more as a calculator use. But for now, in most of the year, we're going to be using MUT.gg. Great website. If you do not have this website bookmarked and you're a MUT player, you're just missing out. If you go to MUT.gg and click at the top, prices, we actually have a chart and it's updated on the fly. So unlike my spreadsheet where you're relating, you know, counting on me to basically update it or you got to update it yourself, all you got to do is go to this website and it's updated for you. It's great. Shout outs to Rockets for all the hard work that he puts in on this website and for the community. And it's just this simple. Like I said, you go to MUT.gg, you click prices. By default, I think it goes to PlayStation. You can click Xbox and it will change the market for you. It's even available on PC for all of you PC players. We'll just use PlayStation for now because that's the market that I'm going to be working with. And here it is. It gives you the overall on your left, okay? Scrolled down a little bit too much. Overall on your left, the training ratio, which the lower the better. So right now, 87 overalls, you can get it for 39 coins per training point. That's the best rate. Most of the day I've been monitoring this, it's been 41 with 88 overall. So I don't know if something weird has happened with 87s over the last couple hours. The quick sell value is the value that each associated overall quick sells for. And you might notice gold, silvers are not on there. Basically, they're a waste of time. You don't want to be quick selling golds and silvers, especially this early in the game. I've seen a lot of people, a lot of pro players on Twitch, right? They're really good at Madden. They're not good at the market. And that's okay. I've seen a lot of them going out there ripping packs and just quick selling their golds to get training. It's the biggest mistake you can make right now. Please, if you want to make coins from your golds, sell your golds. Use the coins you make from selling them to buy the cheapest training according to this grid. So right now, 87s for 58.5K. That's the target price. So the right column there, that's what you're going to be shooting for price-wise. Is 39 coins per training point. We're going to go through the auction house and see if we can find some cheaper than these values out there. But this is the guide that you're going to want to use. Now, another thing that's been a common question that I've been asked a ton over the last couple days, should I be buying my cards, should I be selling cards or buying cards, or should I be holding? In my opinion, just looking around the market, right? Like Patrick Mahomes is so cheap right now, and I know it's a power-up card, a pre-order card, and a lot of people are powering up the pre-order card. There's just so many good big names out there that are so cheap right now, and every year from year to year, it's been at least 3 to 4 years, we've seen during the early access period, everybody is just selling everything. Everybody's desperate for coins and they're selling everything. And then when the game comes out, full retail launch is going to be the 20th, early access will be the 17th. If you pre-ordered, you get the 3-day early access. We start to see the market actually go up. And you would think with more players, more money spenders, more cards in circulation, you would think that the prices would go down more and more and more. And who knows? Maybe they could. I don't know. But historically, they have not. If I were you, I would not be selling anything right now. Hold on to everything. Now, if you need training, if it goes the way that I think and many other people think it's going to go, now is actually the time you want to buy training. Because if you can get training for right now, like 39 coins per training point or under 40, that's actually not bad. Now, just to prove a point, I went back and even looked at last year. This is a video, the very first cheapest training video that I put out for MUT 21, August 23rd. And look at my spreadsheet here. Coins per training points were 35.36, which is even cheaper than what we're seeing right now, but pretty much mid 30s to 40s, okay? And again, look at the date of the video, August 23rd. A little bit later, September 2nd, a little over a week later, look at the rates. This was when the full retail game was out, the trial period was over, EA Access was over, EA Play, whatever. And now look at training at this point. 46, 48 coins per training point. It went up almost 10 coins per training point. Now, you know, you're probably saying 10 coins is not a lot, Pop, but it's going to go up, and this just shows you the data there. If you're looking for training right now, we're going to use the guide that's provided to us on MUT.gg, and like I said, right now, 39 coins per training point on PlayStation. That's 58.5K. I just refreshed it because this does refresh on the fly, and as you can see now, 87s are about 60.1 or 60.1 K, and that's 40.07 coins per training point. Another thing that's very, very important about this, we'll give you updates almost weekly on training early in the year specifically. Shoot for under the target price. So even though this guide says that you can get an 87 for 60.1, try to find it for 59, 58. Today is probably not going to be as active as next weekend. Even though prices are going to go up, there's going to be more people on next weekend, which means more opportunities to snipe, which means more opportunities to get cheaper training, even though the current market is going to go up in price. So it's very, very simple. I'll just kind of give you, an example of what we're going to do. We're going to go on the auction house. We're going to look for 87 overalls, and we're going to see if we can find them for under 60K. Now, I am not going to buy any of this training, but I want to see if it's out there, okay? So the easiest thing to do, especially early in the year, is you're just going to sort by your overall. So we're going to go over to 86, 87, and then you're going to go through each position. Now, there's not a ton of cards, not a ton of elite cards, so you could even go like offense here and then just sort by offense. The best way to tell if we're seeing the newest cards is if we sort by newest and we see 59 minutes there. So really, this is everything. As the year goes on, as we get more cards, you're going to want to sort by position, but we're going to take a look and see, do we have any 87s on here for under 60K? We got a D-Hop there for 69, and that's pretty much the cheapest one. We go down to all defense, and we'll see if there's any 87s out here for under 60K. It's going to be tough and slim pickings right now because there's not a lot of people playing the game. A lot of people's hours are expiring, mine's included, so we got to hurry up and end this video, honestly. But here you can see 87s for 80K. So don't settle. Use that guide. Again, MUT.gg. Click prices up at the top. Select whatever system you're on, PlayStation, Xbox, or PC. If you're on old gen and new gen, they share an auction house. So, for example, PS4, PS5 people share an auction house. Xbox Series X and then Xbox, whatever the heck it was called before that, they share an auction house as well. And we'll update you more as we get more cards in the game, as the market shifts. We'll go over cheaper training, but that is the cheapest way to get it right now, and I wouldn't be buying it if I were you unless you absolutely need it. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.